Alexander Technoblade is one of the best, if not the greatest, Minecraft players to ever walk the earth.
Oh, he's got so much health! And it doesn't matter because I'm a god!
He's slain gods.
Oh!
$100,000!
He's won championships.
We win Minecraft championships! Oh, we win! The dream team!
He's defied all odds to overcome everything in his quest to become the greatest player ever.
Oh, you fools! You fools! You messed with the wrong man!
He never gave up on being the best and proving everyone wrong. He never gave up on himself or on Minecraft. Technoblade's reign was incredible, but the path he took to get to the top was greater still. This is his story. In his early days, Technoblade began to upload videos of many different online Minecraft server minigames such as Mega Walls, Hunger Games, and Blitz survival games. Although he only ever got around 10,000 views, he still cemented himself as a good player, as people would go on to accuse him of auto-clicking, which Technoblade would address in a joke video.
And that you guys are all just mad because you're bad. And so anyhow, here we go. Alright, so let's see how fast I clicked. Alright, that is 732 times per second. As you can see, I just clicked that.
Technoblade posted hundreds of Blitz and Hunger Games videos with small amounts of success, as his thumbnails weren't really that good and he blended in with other creators. But once he posted videos like My Darkest Hour MP4 and the Technoblade quiz,
I will finally prove myself to everyone! After careful thought, I've decided that all videos on this channel from now on will be Club Penguin walkthroughs.
Alright guys, I found a quiz online, and it's basically, the quiz is, how well do you know Technoblade?
people began to see the good parts about Technoblade's channel, which was that he was actually kind of funny, but more importantly, he was good at Minecraft.
I join and then completely take over within a few months. I mean, I ruled those servers with an iron fist. Whenever anyone else tried to be a popular Blitz YouTuber, I'd just kill them and add them to the next montage because there can only be one.
Technoblade showcased himself beating many of the top players on Hunger Games, which brought Technoblade even more attention, and this is when Techno hit 50,000 subscribers and started playing a different Hypixel game, Sky Wars.
Welcome guys, welcome guys, welcome guys, welcome guys, welcome guys to another episode of Sky Wars.
Sky Wars was the most popular minigame Minecraft ever had, and Technoblade's views began to grow and went from an average of 25,000 per video to upwards of 200,000 views per video. And over the next year, Technoblade doubled down on posting Sky Wars content and got more than just a rise in his views, he got a rise in his skills.
Watch how it's done. Easy peasy. Thank you very much.
Hello, there's a guy behind you, you know that, right? Or we're just gonna get... No! Did you just give him strength? Are you kidding me? Constant vigilance, man.
People saw how good Techno was at Minecraft, and so did Techno, as this is when Technoblade hit 100,000 subscribers in December of 2016. And if you clicked on any of the hundreds of Sky Wars videos, this is what you'd see.
I think my last video was pretty well received, though I'm not sure if everyone interpreted it as I wanted them to, because I get comments like, Technoblade, man, your video was really inspiring, it completely changed the way I think about life, and I'm like, oh, well, you know, that's pretty cool that I could have that. I'm gonna spend all my money on gambling. I'm like, that's not quite what I meant. Maybe my house will be underwater in 10 seconds. California is a crazy place, okay?
Technoblade would easily dominate any Sky Wars lobby he was in, just like it was another day, because to him, it was. And over the next 2 years, Technoblade only grinded Sky Wars more, and eventually he would take it over, which would launch Technoblade all the way to 100,000 subscribers and the YouTube silver plaque.
I spent the next 2 years taking over Sky Wars. I got the YouTube rank, graduated from high school, and got my silver plaque on YouTube for passing 100,000 subscribers.
However, Technoblade also graduated high school at the same time, and was met with a crossroads in his career. Technoblade decided to take a gap year and try to make a career out of YouTube. If he couldn't do it, he'd go to college, maybe leave YouTube behind for good. However, Technoblade's philosophy is different than most people.
The more I live my life, the more I realize that I'm, like, one of the only people that thinks this way.
Which I guess makes sense, because my philosophy, if everyone thought the way I did, society would fall apart instantly, because it's not a sustainable or smart philosophy.
His philosophy is a major reason for why he did the things that he did, like making videos in a highly competitive scene, trying to become one of the best Minecraft players, and becoming something of a YouTube god.
People laughed at me when I said it 4 years ago. We're going for 10 million. Okay? That's always been the dream. People laughed at me 4 years ago. They'll probably laugh at me now. I'd laugh at me now. It's a pretty stupid goal to have right now, because, you know, I'm at 100,000.
Technoblade did not stop for anything, because to him, it was a chance that he could never pass up. He described his risk of becoming a great YouTuber as a big risk, but one that he would always take, no matter what.
Okay, let's say you have 2 buttons in front of you, and if you press one button, you live a good life. It's pretty like 80th percentile in terms of like how great lives are, you know? You're moderately successful in everything you do, all that. And if you hit another button, it's the risk button. There's like a 95% chance that you're just homeless and unhappy, but there's a 5% chance if you hit that button that you will like be like a superstar or something. You'll be PewDiePie. My philosophy says you need to hit that button, even though on average it's a terrible idea. On average, it won't work. How could you be okay with moderate success when you could have had amazing success? How could you have chosen the safe option? That's my philosophy.
Techno's motivation and philosophy on life was simple.
My analysis on life is that you just have to shoot for the stars in every situation. And it took me a while to realize this, but no one thinks this way.
And this is when Technoblade got his big break. Technoblade was looking for reasons why Minecraft creators would go from a few thousand to hundreds of thousands of subscribers in just a couple of months, and what he found was game-breaking.
I found this one dude who'd gone from like 0 subscribers to 90,000 in like 2 seconds, and I thought, this was Skeppy, by the way. So anyways, I stalked Skeppy on Social Blade and noticed that his sub gain was completely normal, except whenever he started live streaming, at which point it increased by like 1,000% until he stopped. So I tried that myself, and oh my god, did it work.
Since live streaming was new to YouTube at the time, the algorithm had priority for live streaming and gave anyone who was live a nearly 1,000% increase in growth for the duration of the live stream, which propelled Technoblade from 150,000 to 350,000 subscribers in just a few months. Eventually the algorithm changed, but so did Techno.
On July 29th, I live streamed my attempt to complete the ultimate Minecraft challenge. The rules were simple. The game was locked on the hardest difficulty. If I died once, the world would delete itself, and to win, I had to defeat the Ender Dragon. Oh, and I had to do it all with the steering wheel.
One of Technoblade's first infamous achievements was beating Minecraft Hardcore, not with a keyboard and mouse, but with a steering wheel.
I am ready to win some video games. First PvP of the stream. PvP. It's strafing. PvP. PvP. This is gonna be a long game.
The video of beating Minecraft Hardcore with a steering wheel amassed almost 20 million views, and in the day of the live stream, it took upwards of 10 hours for Technoblade to beat the game through many challenges like spawning over lava lakes, MLG water buckets, and almost dying to mobs many times.
Oh, that's the ambiance sound. That means there's a cave nearby. No, 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 no. Oh god. No! No! Run! 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 No! Run! No! No! I can't PvP! I can't PvP! PvP! PvP is necessary! No! 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 Oh my god! I just PvP'd! Oh, that's a ravine! Block! I want to live! We did it, guys!
At this point, Techno started getting views that ranged from a few 100,000 to a few million per video. This is also when Technoblade discovered the new Hypixel game that would take Technoblade from a great Minecraft player to one of the best on Hypixel, and this was Bed Wars.
And goodbye.
Just like Sky Wars, Bed Wars shattered any previous player count records, and Technoblade saw this as another opportunity he had to take on. And Technoblade was a legend at Bed Wars.
Got him. One fell into the void. 3 fell into the void. 1 star Steve is exactly as I'd expect. Why are you guys so lame? block it, block it, block it, block it, block it, block it, block it.
After many Bed Wars videos, Techno realized that he had won 349 Bed Wars games in a row without losing a single game. So Technoblade decided to break the record, which was only 75 wins away. So then he assembled a ridiculously strong Bed Wars team and got to work.
$470. You just go down a staircase and everyone forgets where you are.
After claiming the new streak, Hypixel challenged Techno to get 1,000 wins in a row, and in return, Hypixel would get Techno's viewers $2,500 worth of in-game currency. Technoblade would smash this record and raise the Bed Wars win streak to over 1,400 wins, after which he ended it as it became too boring. But still to this day, Technoblade has the second highest Bed Wars win streak, beaten only by defied, who Technoblade helped to get the new highest streak. Technoblade was improving his skills every time he recorded a video or streamed Minecraft, but Minecraft wasn't doing the same. It was 2018, Fortnite had more players with every new day. Meanwhile, Minecraft had been slowly falling off for years, and it showed in Technoblade's views. And now, whenever Technoblade uploaded a video, he would lose subscribers instead of gaining them, which did not help Techno's motivation, so he only uploaded a few videos, not even once a month. Techno's channel was in limbo. He wasn't losing any views, but he wasn't growing either. Technoblade wondered what it would have been like if he was just a few years younger, started YouTube a few years earlier in Minecraft's prime.
How far could I have gone? Would I have been Sky Does Minecraft?
It seemed like that was it. What could Technoblade even do?
Good one. Here we go, guys. Historical moment. My first video ever was a Minecraft video. Does it always take this long? Here it is. Oh my god. After all these years, I'm back in Minecraft.
Suddenly, Minecraft was back. Once PewDiePie uploaded his new survival series, the views on any Minecraft video were back to where Technoblade needed. Even though PewDiePie was getting most of the views at the time, Techno's original decision to make videos on Minecraft worked due to the size of the audience that came from Minecraft alone.
This just proves my original theory that making Minecraft videos is just playing YouTube on easy mode. Still, even if I'm not number one, I'm doing pretty good.
Technoblade wasn't number one for Minecraft, but it wasn't over yet. Once Hypixel released another minigame which would go on to break player records and go on to have more concurrent players than Bed Wars, Skyblock was released. Technoblade was going from his previous view counts of hundreds of thousands to averaging at least a few million on many of these newer videos. And right as Technoblade was taking over Skyblock, Keemstar announced that he wanted to do a weekly Minecraft event that gave the winners $10,000 to the winning team, where YouTubers and streamers would come together and play a wide variety of minigames. Technoblade played against many of Minecraft's top players, such as Lachlan, Jerome ASF, Skeppy, Bayesian Canadian, iBallistic Squid, Log.Zep, Filza, Waffles, Junkie Janker, Vicstar, XQC, Moxie, Ninja, and all of them, Technoblade would usually win.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Oh god, he's good! He's good!
A lot.
Stuff than you, and he's
Oh god, he just got all of his health back!
come back, come back.
Oh my god!
In week 1, Technoblade came in first place with shotgun raids and received the $5,000 as well as the prestigious pig rank, which Hypixel was only originally going to give Technoblade after he hit 10 million subs.
Get him!
I'm getting a stat. No armor. Why is he doing that?
You wanna go in a bow fight with me? Oh. Wait, I killed him by accident!
Week 2, Techno teamed with iBallistic Squid, winning for the second time in a row and receiving another $2,500 reward and the Pig Plus rank on Hypixel.
I see a Waffles. He's got like a sharpness 1 diamond. He's actually like pretty rich.
I'm not next to you. Okay.
The entire game! I gotta get kills before I die. The entire game is hunting me. Look at this! Look at this! What is this?
In week 3, Techno teamed with Chris, and although the duo did not come in first, Techno would be the first in the individual leaderboard, something that would happen quite often.
Oh, I'm dead.
But you can do that, man.
I'm a legend! How am I not dead?
Wow.
It's
Imagine
me.
being this good at Minecraft where you can do this.
This
at,
is like the
8
one
frames.
game here that's actually on Hypixel. The plays!
Dude, what a legend.
Dude, look at individual! Bro, we slaughtered. Wait, did they just win the event? They just won the whole event!
In week 5, Techno paired with Call Me Carson. However, Carson logged off halfway through the event, but Techno still placed second individually with no teammate.
Where I was like, I'm gonna sabotage you, Techno, and then everyone hated me. But there's no coming back from that.
It's not like he's like the best player on the server or anything.
Week 6, Techno won for the 3rd time with J-Shot also coming first individual points and receiving the Pig++ rank.
I'm gonna follow you. Here we go, boys.
It's time to win.
It's time to win video games.
I break through this wall too. Dude, I'm gonna go grief everyone.
Oh no! What? What happened?
We win Minecraft Monday!
Oh my god!
In week 9, Techno placed first individually, and then in week 10, Techno teamed with Filza. The team won first place with a total of 1,892 points, setting a record for the highest number of points gained. Techno also won first place individually with 1,080 points, beating the highest individual player record of the event and receiving the Pig++ rank.
Get him!
I'm on. I'm weak. I'm almost dead.
Oh, you're down.
I died.
No.
Technoblade used a weapon he intended to the whole
Ah.
time.
Alright.
Yeah!
We almost got 1,900 points.
Wow.
Oh, Technoblade and Phil's at 1,800 points. It wasn't even close.
Due to the servers of Minecraft Monday getting hacked, the event was ended abruptly, but in the end, Techno had won 4 different times and amassed $15,000 from the Minecraft Monday tournament series. People knew how good Technoblade really was, but soon, in more ways than one.
Have you heard about, so you know Technoblade's like super competitive. Have you heard about his most recent escapades right now, his plans? He, and so he spent, I think it was a solid 4 months farming potatoes to beat this little boy.
Techno wanted to upgrade a set of armor on Hypixel, but he needed potatoes to do this, so he set up minions to farm for him, and by the time he had finished farming what he needed, he was already in the top 50 players on the entire server to farm for potatoes.
I decided at that moment that I was going to be the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock. How hard could it be?
Technoblade wanted to be #1. He needed to be #1. So, it was time to get to work. But first, he needed something important. He needed ice.
So I did what any self-respecting Skyblock player would do, and sat in the shop menu buying ice for 30 minutes. I'm having fun. I dropped out of college for this, and after spending many hours and 15 million coins, I finally unlocked the 20-second minion slot.
At this point, Techno needed to get more minions as they worked 24/7, even if you never logged on. So after gathering more potatoes, Technoblade more than doubled his previous output. However, the player in first place, named I'm a Squid Kid, Technoblade's soon-to-be potato farming rival, still had a better farm, and even worse, was millions of potatoes ahead of Techno.
Even if all my minions magically became level 11 at that very moment, it would take 107 days to catch up. I can't go that long without uploading, my fans will murder me! So was that it? Was my quest to become the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock destined to end in failure? No, I refused. The sunk cost fallacy wouldn't allow it. If I wanted to defeat a man that had descended into potato madness, I would have to take his insanity and triple it. It was at this moment I spoke words that had never been uttered in the history of Skyblock. I should get minion expanders.
Technoblade looked for better ways to improve his minions, which included minion expanders and changing their fuel source from a permanent one to one that was temporary but increased the minion output by 50%. But this is where Technoblade really went on the offensive. He realized that Squid Kid's minions were too close together and would cause them to farm the land of the other minions, which would drastically reduce the output by 90%. But this would only happen if a person was actually there, because the server would just calculate this while the player was offline, which began the back and forth between Techno and I'm a Squid Kid, where Techno would constantly discover new tactics and strategies to always be one step ahead of Squid, so that Techno could be the #1 ranked potato farmer.
They don't understand. This is war. There's no holding back. I know that, and Squid knows that. The only difference is that I'm 20 steps ahead. He's playing Skyblock while I'm playing Death Note. He thinks he can outsmart me with my own strategies because he is yet to realize that he is but a puppet, and I, the puppeteer, dance, Potato Boy, dance! So anyways,
although Technoblade decided to consult a secondary source every now and then,
I needed to consult the classics. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. It's just as Sun Tzu says, all war is deception, for violating Sun Tzu's most basic tenet. Whatever you do, don't reveal all your techniques in a YouTube video. You fool. You moron.
Techno would unlock more minion slots, then Squid Kid would start to get flycatchers, and then Techno would do the same, and even go to extreme lengths to make sure he would win, like tracking Squid Kid's sleep schedule.
And yes, I memorized Squid's sleeping schedule to pull this off. I mean, at this point, how is that even a question? Of course I did.
Stalking all of his social medias to see when he had exams in real life, used reverse psychology to get Squid Kid to close his island and catch him in the act of trying to sabotage Techno.
I got on my secret alt account and then sent his secret alt account a party invitation, and then I DM'd him on Discord, yo dude, accept my invite. Well, this is awkward.
He would even bribe goons of Squid Kid to get private access to Discord text channels. In Technoblade's last video of the Potato War, he revealed all of the strategies they had used and all of the misinformation that he actually gave Squid Kid, because there was no way for him to actually check.
In the last video I explained, I made an AFK machine on my island so planted potatoes would keep growing even when I wasn't online. I was actually using an advanced technique there called Lion. This clip of the AFK pool is from November. I didn't even build the manual farm until January.
After many months of farming potatoes, the two decided the first person to reach 500 million potatoes would be the winner of the Potato War. Only problem was, at this point, both Techno and Squid Kid's farms were at maximum efficiency, and both had to farm manually, but many updates came out that had drastically increased the number of potatoes that Squid could farm manually, so Techno had to adapt to this change, and adapt he did.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in shambles. I was out here with my lab coat on, doing the science, coming up with new, never before seen potato farming techniques, and this man just goes, admins please, replanting is too hard, and they buff his farming method 6-fold? Was that it? 8 months of plotting and scheming just to fail in the final stretch? No, I couldn't accept that. I was going to win this war, whatever the cost.
Techno rebuilt a new manual farm, and from that point in, there was only one thing to do. Farm potatoes.
But the biggest reason my lead expanded by that much was because over those 2 weeks, while Squid averaged 8 hours of farming per day, I averaged 11.
I just can't believe how much he's farming.
The admins were legit saying that Techno is just like so focused. Baffled them at how like just insane he was. He had no breaks.
I swear to God, this Technoblade dude is focused on another level.
Towards the very end, Squid had one of his goons write a program to chart how much I was farming by tracking how much experience my elephant pet had. But by then, it was too late.
And from therein, it was only a matter of time until Technoblade had won. He was finally the best. Once he reached 500 million potatoes, he was the Potato King.
Once I won the war, there was nothing left to do except celebrate my victory with grace and humility.
Oh my gosh! He's doing a little emote on me. Oh my, not like this, come on. Was this necessary?
Watch me dance, Squid Kid, you lose! You lose the war! All men can see the tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved.
Technoblade had finally won the Great Potato War and amassed over 81 million views from just the Potato War series alone, yet he was finally the undisputed #1 rank for potatoes.
And so he spent, I think it was a solid 4 months farming potatoes to beat this little boy at potato farming.
What?
And he won, and it was his favorite day ever.
Aww.
But
I wouldn't say I'm a competitive What do you mean? What do you mean, guys?
During the Potato War, Technoblade and many other creators were part of a new SMP, one that was like any other. SMP Earth was a Minecraft server on a 1 to 300 scale recreation of the planet Earth, and Technoblade was set on world domination. After quickly gathering resources in Africa, Technoblade claimed Antarctica under the Antarctic Empire and decided the entire SMP was going to be his. But first, he needed allies, so Technoblade recruited Filza and Voice of Repeat to the Antarctic Empire.
What is this? My puny high-pixel brain cannot understand. There's no sugar cane there. And it's It's making... This is witchcraft. I'm just not gonna ask. Glad that man's on my side.
Even though Antarctica was a barren wasteland, the Antarctic Empire was still able to get the resources they needed to conquer the world. However, with only 3 players, they could only claim 3,000 chunks of land, which wasn't even enough to claim all of Antarctica, much less the world. But Technoblade had discovered an exploit. If you only claim the perimeter of your territory, the map would mark it all as your land, exponentially decreasing the power you needed to spend.
This is where we can take off for launch. We're gonna dodge Iceland, go under Greenland, and why does Ant Venom need that? Why does he need that land?
So can we turn on auto claim now? Will it work?
Yeah. I'm gonna /F unclaim all. We have no land now. Let's make this quick.
Alright, Godspeed, brother.
Although Techno and Filza only really needed to fly around the world border in a plane, they would run into many problems along the way.
We can't break the chain at any point or our plan will fail. You're skipping chunks? We're not skipping chunks, right?
Guys, you're actually skipping chunks. You're only claiming every 3rd chunk.
Oh, this is garbage. Oh, Phil. Phil, we gotta go back.
Technoblade would have to reclaim chunks whilst keeping the admins at bay.
The admin has messaged me through console. If you try and claim the whole world, I will literally delete Frozen 2. Phil, we gotta do it now. Barely scrape past it.
My plane disappeared.
My plane disappeared.
Apparently, that's the admin solving the issue.
I got a boat at least. Honestly, you know what? We're doing it, chat. F auto claim on. We're swimming the rest of the world.
But also keeping any person from claiming sections along the route around the border of the map.
Arliss is trying to put a spanner in our works right now. He is on my claim.
Huh? What's he doing?
Claiming it. I think he's claiming my claim.
Arliss, don't be a boomer.
I'm doing what the admins can't do. I'm taking you down, Technoplane.
Arliss, stop.
How much will it take for you to stop?
Once Technoblade and Filza had reached each other and patched the remaining holes in the border, the Antarctic Empire now had world domination.
Chat, T-minus 20 seconds before world domination is complete. Diagonal spotted. Oh, I think this is it.
I need to fly higher, I need to fly higher.
Yeah, we got it. I'm refreshing.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet. Antarctic world domination.
Antarctic Empire owns the world. I have to get out of the ocean.
Yes.
We did it. Wilbur has logged in.
But the Antarctic Empire's world domination did not last long, as Wilbur Soot called a trial of the Antarctic Empire to discuss the current situation.
To everyone that's here, I'm sure you're all aware of the Dyn map and its current form. If we could all just have a look on map.smpearth.com, we may
beautiful.
see that Antarctic Empire owns quite a lot.
Oh.
I'd say
Yes!
a good 70% of the Earth's surface.
There wasn't much Techno could do besides listen and bargain with the entire server. Even though he could fight through his way everyone there, he would have to go through the trial as to not get banned by the admins.
Technoblade, would you like to begin your defense? If you'd like to just tell us why you think you're not the traitorous pig that your skin suggests you are.
I'm feeling a bit of racial profiling here.
Arliss, the 4th member of the Antarctic Empire who joined when Techno needed to capture parts of Iceland for the border autofill, decided to backstab Techno and leave the Empire to get away free of penalty.
You're putting all the blame onto him. Are you willing to double his sentence at the cost of you no longer being on trial right now?
How is that?
Yes.
What is this?
Yeah, okay, Arliss, you can join the jury.
Sick. Thanks.
Thank you for throwing your allies under the bus.
Technoblade, Filza, and Voice of Repeat, all charged with the crime of taking over the world. Wilbur led the trial with many initial propositions for the Antarctic Empire to follow as to avoid punishment by death.
Technoblade, I will let you off the hook if you completely disband the Antarctic Empire right now.
What?
Right here. Completely disband it, open up the entire Antarctic end portal, and you are not allowed to create another Antarctic faction or own Antarctica or actually any land beyond like 8 chunks for, I don't know, let's say a week.
This feels a little bit one-sided. What crime am I being forgiven of exactly?
The Antarctic Empire was not disbanded, but had to give up control of the other 6 continents, which would allow the Antarctic Empire to only claim Antarctica. After the trial, the members came together and agreed upon a new set of laws where the Technoblade law came to pass. absolutely no taking over the world. And over the next few weeks, Techno would cyberbully Tommy Innit in the Battle of the Pit and slowly migrate away from SMP Earth. In 2020, Technoblade competed in a new Minecraft event called Minecraft Championship, where YouTubers and streamers would come together and play a wide variety of fancy minigames. The tournament consisted of 10 teams of 40 players. MCC was like Minecraft Monday, turned up to 11. The minigames weren't harder, but with teams of 4, Technoblade would have to carry even harder. And that's exactly what he did.
Oh! You fools! You fools! You messed with the wrong man! 1v3!
And he did it well.
There's two of them there. Pete's weak.
3v2.
Pete's weak in the mid.
Oh, I thought. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, he's got so much health! And it doesn't matter because I'm a god!
Technoblade was the only player in MCC to always place individually in the top 10 every time. Technoblade also holds the individual points record for MCC with an individual score of 4,307 points. He also holds the record for the highest point differential over second place with a lead of almost 1,000 points. And one of the reasons Technoblade is so good at Minecraft is not just because of his raw skill, but his strategical mind to be amazing at everything he does, so he can be the best. Technoblade will break the game if he has to, so he can triumph over his opponents, and he did just that in Minecraft Championship. In MCC2 during Hole in the Wall, Technoblade neoed around the moving slime walls, as towards the end, many of the walls require frame-perfect timing. That is, unless you are Technoblade.
How do you get over that?
I didn't get it.
How do you get over that? Climb through it.
I just jumped around it.
I don't know you can do it.
Come on, Techno. Come on, Techno.
I got this.
Come on, Techno.
For America. Jump around.
Oh, Techno.
Oh my god, he's on the Techno.
Oh my god.
Fence in the middle. Fence in the middle. Fence in the middle.
It's in the middle. Bruh.
Jump around it. Jump around it. Oh, he's got the strength.
In MCC4, Techno would place first overall with a 1,000-point difference over second place, and he would go on to a dodgebolt for the crown.
Yes! We win Minecraft Championships!
Oh, we win!
We win!
Oh!
Champion!
We win the dream team! Oh, look at those points. Oh, this is the individual score I want to see. Yes!
In MCC5, Techno was hunted down by a team of 3, with Technoblade taking all 3 of them down at the same time by leading them down a narrow path, placing cobwebs, and then spamming crossbow shots.
They're still comfy though, they're taking the time. They're definitely comfy.
They've got arrows, so they're shooting.
This is not a dead end, you're fine. Oh. Oh, Technoblade!
You fools! You fools! You messed with the wrong man! 1v3! 1v3!
It's good. Bow shot. Go, one more.
1v3! And I burned to death! But I'm a hero!
That's what we like to see! Wow!
In MCC7, Technoblade was teamed with Filza, CPK, and Wilbur Soot. Usually when Buildmark came around during other previous MCCs, Techno wouldn't place as well as he did in other PvP-focused games.
What part of my skill set does this game appeal to?
Techno placed 10th in MCC3, 3rd in MCC4, 8th in MCC5, and 8th again in MCC6. It was safe to say whatever strategy Techno and his team were using for the first 6 MCCs wasn't working most of the time, so Techno decided to take matters into his own hands.
Okay, I'm gonna have to start like watching the enemy team perspectives. How are they that coordinated? I don't understand.
One night, Techno and Wilbur were discussing strategies for Buildmark when Wilbur suggested to get all the resources you needed at once, which was a good idea, but it was far too impractical to get a stack of every item, so Techno improvised on this by making each person get an exact number of item that was specific to them and the areas they went to, as to keep the item collection as efficient as possible.
Let's go. Everyone knows the plan. They know what their job is.
Yep. Does this not mean we're going to be kind of slow for the first 4 builds, though?
That's fine. Who cares?
Yeah. I've got my shopping list ready to go.
Yeah.
Play it very safe. It's fine if you take slightly longer to get back, because dying would be catastrophic.
This strategy gave them first place by a good margin and would guarantee first place to any team who used a split shopping list strategy. And for this reason, Noxer had to change the blocks from each build from being the same, but later on reworking the entire Buildmart item gathering system. as to keep anyone from pulling the strategy off again. In MCC 10 during Sky Battle, Techno pulled off one of the greatest plays in MCC history, where he wiped out 2 whole teams using creepers and a sword.
No, you're the last one. I just fell. I made a dumb move.
Behind you, Techno, behind you, quick.
Behind you. It's quick.
Nice.
Oh, he didn't get the kill. Techno didn't get the kill.
You've got time.
Get Puffy. Puffy's so low.
Maybe start building to the middle.
Oh, this is the end.
Wall.
Oh, it's take
Dream's so low. Dream's gone.
He died trying to get you.
What a fool! What a fool!
Yo! You're insane.
Oh, see you later, morons!
Right on you.
Solidarity.
You need to drop on them. We need to drop on them. The ball is coming in above you very, very slowly. I'll tell you when it's going to be lethal.
There's the sky border.
It's going to be lethal in 3, 2, 1.
Later, idiots!
200 IQ!
Later! I'll see you all on the other side!
But many of Technoblade's greatest PvP feats were still to come. Minecraft Ultimate is a Minecraft Hunger Games event for 250 plus content creators and is known as the largest Hunger Games event held in the Minecraft community. Technoblade was teamed with Calvin and Ex Nestorio, but 2 days before the event, Techno gets a DM from his team saying half of the team had dropped and they needed Techno to sub in. However, the tournament organizers wanted to keep it fair, so they allowed Techno to sub in, but at the cost of him subbing in for both teammates.
The organizer said that to keep it fair for everyone else, if you sub in, you have to replace both of the missing guys and play a player down. And I thought, that's hilarious, I'm in.
Technoblade had no intention of winning, but still had a plan. This was a charity event, so viewers could donate lucky blocks that contained loot and items to their favorite creators, as the money would go to the player's chosen charity. Since the player count was so high, the good tier loot, like diamond gear and weapons, would only be equipped by a select few people. But if Techno could raise enough money, he could get a full set of diamond armor through the lucky blocks before any of the real PvP happened, then hunt down people for items to get their entire team geared up with diamond armor, then win the game, as their gear and weapons would be worlds ahead of any other team.
Oh! I hit him again. Ray Finster, it's Minecraft Monday all over again.
This is...
Good chest plate.
And...
He's down.
And this is exactly how it went perfectly without flaw, with Technoblade flying around killing everyone he came across while being the best Technoplane the world had ever seen.
Oh! Target spotted.
Oh,
Burb! Get him!
Burb! Get the guy on fire.
Oh, that's you.
Shot him, got him.
Man down.
Shot him, got him.
It's Spiky.
No. No, poor Spivey.
Quite unfortunate.
Oh no.
Everything seemed like it was going to plan, as Technoblade, Ex Nestorio, and Calvin would easily clean up any team they came across. Kills for the team were climbing high very quickly. The trio celebrated getting 100 kills, but had no idea what was about to happen. The next battle was going to be their last. The remaining players had formed a massive cross-teaming alliance with one shared goal: take down the Blade once and for all. Was it allowed? Probably not, but it didn't matter. It was far too late to stop them. If Technoblade wanted to secure victory with his team, they would have to win 3 versus 21.
This is it. We practiced the 3v6. This is just that, but more. This is just that, but more. Get them.
Oh, they're making a tower.
They're making a tower.
Who cares about their tower?
Look out, Calvin.
I'm good, I'm alright.
Target Poland.
Poland's almost dead, he's so low.
Got him. TNT.
I don't have any more arrows. Techno's going in.
Go, yes.
Got him.
I'm sorry, Lego Maestro. There's no escape. There's no escape.
Oh my god. Gonna do this? He's still gonna win.
Quick question, why are there so many people in one place?
Go in, Tommy, go.
Get the diamond boots.
She took my boots.
Oh.
No. Give me my boots. No. Give me the boots. They're gonna TNT.
No. Going apples, anyone?
I got the boots. I'm dropping the boots here.
I've decided I will take on the rest by myself.
Oh my gosh, the final boss, part 2.
The final boss.
The boss is never ending.
24 TNT.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Gonna be here.
Tommy, no!
I'm sorry, Tommy. It's Akinsoft. Go back to Skyblock. A game that I don't play myself, so I can say that. It's Bad Boy Halo. He's dead. We keep going. We keep pushing forward.
Red back, no, you're back, Techno.
No, not again.
Scotty.
Scotty, please.
Get him, Ned. He's done. He doesn't want to play this game.
Technoblade got the most kills ever in Minecraft Ultimate history with 47 kills. Calvin placed second for kills with 40, and Exostoria placed third for kills with 29. Altogether, the team had scored 116 kills overall, setting a new record for the most eliminations by a team in one event. Techno alone raised $11,625 for charity out of the $36,000 raised overall. Technoblade had become one of the best Minecraft players, possibly the best ever. There was still one thing keeping Technoblade from being the best Minecraft player ever. One person. Dream.
My dream!
Wait, what?
Oh my gosh! What?
Oh, he's on the edge of a lava pool.
Oh my god.
Get him.
What? What are you doing?
Oh my! Come on!
Go, 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 go!
Oh! He's dead. No way.
Dream had been a persistent force against Technoblade, whether it be on MCC or the back and forth of insane clips. Dream was the one standing in the way of Techno's reign, and if Techno wanted to be the best, he would have to beat Dream once and for all. When the teams were announced for MCC8, it was tweeted that Dream and Techno would both be on the Pink Parrots, which seemed very broken, but more importantly, Mr. Beast commented on the tweet saying he would host a duel between Dream and Techno and he would give $100,000 to the winner. Both agreed and the duel was set to take place on August 27th, 2020 and premiere a few days later on Mr. Beast's gaming channel.
I have $100,000 in cash and the best Minecraft players in the entire world. Dream has broken the Minecraft speedrun world record 3 times. He is the fastest growing YouTube channel on the platform and widely regarded as the best Minecraft player. And Dream will be going up against Technoblade, 4-time champion of Minecraft Monday. Techno won 1,400 games of Bed Wars in a row. This man even beat Minecraft with the steering wheel. And these two behemoths will be going head to head for $100,000.
Since Techno mained the 1.8 version of Minecraft and Dream mained the newest 1.16 version at the time, they would alternate between versions to keep the duel balanced, but would decide the first version to be played with a coin flip.
If it lands on heads, the first game is 1.8. Tails is the newest version. Ooh, 1.8. Okay.
Once the version was settled, it was on to the first round, which was the most famous out of all of them.
Bam! I've knocked him onto the ledge. This is huge. The reach you can hit people from begins at the player's eyes, so when Dream is a block higher than me, it's much easier for me to hit his feet than for him to hit my head because the base of a right triangle is shorter than the hypotenuse. Stay in school, kids. It makes you better at PvP. Now, of course, Dream also graduated from middle school. He knows about the triangle, so he tries to escape, but not before I get 2 free hits on him. And then he hits me with the bow a bit, but I don't really care because I'm just going to hit him with the bow right back and then finish him off with the rod trick.
Techno was leading 1-0. In round 2, Techno gets a health lead, so he pushes in, but misses a key axe crit when they start trading hits, which leads to Dream winning the second round.
I get some more damage there. Now I miss the crit there, which is gonna be a problem, and we start trading hits. But unfortunately, I start to stumble here towards the end, and Dream manages to pull the win and equalize it.
The series is tied 1-1. On round 3, Techno loses the initial exchange, so he plays with more distance between Dream so he can regenerate health.
Right, now I know I'm down health here. I have to get a free hit, so I use the bow, I get a free hit there, and now we're about equal. Say it with me, not even close. Oh my god.
Techno!
So
oh
my heart!
Techno survives with half a heart and pushes his lead 2-1. In the 4th round, Dream plays more passive, even though he gets a few small health leads, which then allows Techno to get a free axe crit for his own health lead, and then trade axe crits.
We can't get away, and I am perfectly content here to just trade axe crits until one of us dies, because I know that it'll be him. And I take my first win in 1.16.
In the next round, Dream gets more dynamic as he uses the bow, sword, shield, and rods to adapt to the situation, but Dream also gets a few extra hits over the course of the round.
That I had a slight health lead. At the very end here, Dream gets some very good rods and manages to take back the win and make the score 3-2.
The score is now 3-2, as the next 3 rounds, 6, 7, and 8, are very simple, as each winner outplays the other, but in round 6, Dream gets better axe crits.
He's using a shield a lot more than I am. He blocked the crossbow bolt earlier. I get a free hit there, but then he uses a shield to disable my hit, gets another axe crit, and I lose the round as a result.
In round 7, Techno gets many free hits from a well-placed arrow as to distract Dream.
So I try to get a free hit here with the bow, and I actually succeed. He dodged the arrow, but I get the free hit while his movements is messed up.
Going into the 8th round with a 4-3 lead, Techno only needs one more win to at least tie, but 2 out of the 3 rounds are not 1.8 combat. Dream gets an early extra crit, which leads Techno to panic and pull out his sword, which is basically useless in 1.16 combat.
We're trading hits here. I pull out my sword, but it doesn't work because swords are purely ornamental in 1.16.
In the 9th round, the score is tied 4-4, with Techno losing the initial fight, then backing off, dancing around a pillar to regain health as he clutches with a perfect 1.8 PvP exchange.
Oh! Yes!
As Techno entered the final round, as he would only get one chance to secure victory, one chance to beat Dream at his own version, one chance to take it all back and become the greatest Minecraft player ever.
Oh! Oh my... I did it! I did it! Oh my god!
Techno! Congratulations!
I'm genuinely...
You just won $100,000!
I genuinely cannot process.
Technoblade had won. He couldn't believe it, but he had done it. He was finally the best.
Anyways, let me show you the farm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is bigger than I was expecting. Okay. How long have you spent here?
I haven't logged off.
Wait, you haven't logged off the server from last night?
I've just been here.
That's like 14 hours, Technoblade.
Revolution waits for no man.
In August 2020, Wilbur Soot, Dream, Tommy, and many others started the Dream SMP, which would go on to create one of the most in-depth and lore-intense Minecraft SMPs ever. Although at this point, Technoblade wasn't even on the server yet, until Tommy and Wilbur's characters had reached their lowest points in the story, and there was only one person, one weapon that could bring them back: the blade.
We need any training facilities Technoblade needs. I want it built. And then Tommy and it, we need to take back L'Manberg.
Did someone say rebellion?
Technoblade first joined the server at the beginning of the Manberg Revolution, when Wilbur Soot and Tommy Innit were exiled from Manberg after losing an election to J-Schlatt, who now ruled over Manberg. Tommy, Wilbur, and more than anyone, Techno began planning to revolt against J-Schlatt's rule. Techno spent weeks gathering resources to aid Pogtopia in removing J-Schlatt's administration.
I am ready for revolution, boys! Oh,
What?
Is this revolution? Take what you need. I have spent 2 weeks putting this together.
The grind! Gotta respect the grind!
I need Manberg to be gone.
At the end of the Manberg vs. Pogtopia war, when Tubbo was declared the new president of L'Manberg, Techno felt betrayed that Pogtopia had instituted another government in L'Manberg. He spawned 2 others and fought all of L'Manberg with Dream, as Wilbur blew up the country with many stacks of TNT.
You stay right over there, Tommy. You stay right over there, Tommy. No, you all stay back. You all listen to me right here, Tommy.
Stay still.
Do you think you're a hero, Tommy?
Do
you think you're a hero, Tommy?
Don't do this, Techno.
Come on. Techno's the traitor. Run away from Techno right now. Get away.
Do you think you're a hero? Is that what this is?
I just wanted L'Manberg. What?
You just wanted power.
I didn't. I just wanted...
Tommy, you just did a coup. You just did a hostile government takeover and then immediately instilled yourself as president.
Tubbo and the rest of L'Manberg quickly began to rebuild from the aftermath of the battle. After the war, Technoblade retired. He built a base in a distant tundra and swore off violence while silently preparing for the next war. However, Tubbo Quackity, Fundy, and Rambo wanted to get revenge back at Technoblade for the destruction and pain he had caused, so they hunted down Techno, but the Blade had other plans.
There's no other way around it, okay?
If there's no other way...
allowed back in Lemanberg?
If there's no other way... I choose blood!
No. Oh no! What? I'm going to kill you, Technoblade.
I just have one question, Quackity.
What do you have?
Do you think you're enough to kill me? Even unarmed, with iron armor? Do you really think you can take me? Get out of here! I have a pickaxe, and I'll put it through your teeth! I'll put it through your teeth, Quackity! My aim is so bad with this FOE.
Yeah, I know it is.
Techno longed for revenge against Lemanberg as they had tried to kill him, but once Tommy had betrayed Techno, who helped Tommy hide from Dream during his exile, Technoblade was out for blood.
What do you mean, Tommy?
With Toba.
Tommy, when I said... Perhaps I wasn't clear yesterday, Tommy. When I said that I'm going to destroy Lemanberg and that you don't have to help me. When I said you don't have to help me, Tommy, I meant that you could sit it out, not switch sides and fight against me.
I'm not... Well, what am I doing? Well, what am I doing?
You're betraying me is what you're doing, Tommy.
Techno, along with Dream and Filza, attacked Lemanberg by bombarding it with TNT and Withers, which would later be known as Doomsday, permanently ending Lemanberg forever.
You know what I did yesterday when you were surrounded by like 30 people, the whole world was against you? I walked in. I was willing to fight all of them for you, Tommy. I would have been there. That is the difference between us.
We spent hours together.
Don't speak to me of loyalty.
No, you were my friend and you betrayed us.
You never thought of me as a friend.
Due to Techno's immense preparation and skill, he was essentially able to 1v15 a lot of the servers so that Dream could set up TNT machines to blow up the nation. Following the Doomsday War, Rambo joined Techno and Phil, building his house nearby Techno and Phil's base, where they also founded the Syndicate to promote anarchy and rid the server of tyranny.
Sic semper tyrannis, thus always to tyrants. I think this is the start of something great. But we're gonna need more members. We're gonna need to get more members at some point because it's literally just the two of us.
Later, when Dream was imprisoned by the rest of the server, Techno had to break him out because Dream helped Techno survive and wipe out the Butcher army. So, he broke Dream out. Techno led up to this big event with many other lore streams, with many other creators on the SMP. Techno also gathered an immense amount of resources one day for lore he wanted to do in the future. In the story of the Dream SMP, Technoblade's character is so powerful, any society or person was at risk of annihilation. Technoblade was one of the most important and powerful characters in the entire story. His YouTube presence was at an all-time high, until it wasn't. Technoblade had posted videos every other week or so during his involvement of the Dream SMP, but after Techno streamed the first prison lore stream on June 6th of 2021, his channel became quiet. At most, before it was only 3 weeks in between uploads, but now, Technoblade would not upload for almost another 3 months, and when he did, he uploaded a video on August 27th, titled Where I've Been.
Yo, Technoblade here with another upload. Oh my god, I can't believe it. We're back, we're playing Bed Wars. So in the last few days of July, I noticed that my right arm was starting to hurt a decent amount, and I thought my best guess was that it was some kind of repetitive stress injury, because I looked at myself in the mirror and I noticed that my right shoulder was starting to swell like crazy, and I was like, oh my god. The next day, August 2nd, I headed over to the doctor to see what was wrong, and they ran a couple of scans, and then they came back and they told me that the reason my arm hurts is because I have cancer. That really couldn't have gone worse, I don't think.
Technoblade had cancer. However, during the video, he seemed upbeat and hopeful. He was joking about the cancer playing speedrun music and how the insurance company had to be panicking hard.
Like, alright, Mr. Tumor, you know, you need me to survive, so it's in your best interest to just chill out for a little bit, you know. We don't want to go too crazy, and faintly, if you strain your ears underneath my skin, you can hear. Yeah, it was a really fun week. I gotta say, of all the phone calls I've made, nobody took the news worse than my health insurance provider. They've been inconsolable for weeks. They were like, you got what? No! Oh, I mean, I had no idea they cared so much. They've just milking money off of me for decades, and then bam, cancer, bro.
Technoblade plugged his merch and reminded everyone to get vaccinated, as he was immunocompromised from the chemotherapy, which seemed like the most serious part of the video. But he insisted he would still make content during his breaks in between treatments, which he did. Only a few days later, he posted a video with the Sleepy Boys, which was a crew of Techno, Wilbur, Tommy, and Filza, who also played together all the time.
I don't think I am.
Tell me in it! Will! Oh, what the hell? This is trippy!
This is gonna make me feel sick right soon. One wrong move and I'm in the ether.
I don't know why you guys are finding this so difficult. This is actually quite easy.
And then, only 3 weeks later, Technoblade streamed a charity event for the Sarcoma Foundation, where viewers would donate as to keep Techno from beating the game. There was a goal of $250,000, which was completely broken before Techno even entered the end. And by the time the stream was over, they had all raised almost $320,000 for the Sarcoma Foundation.
$318,000 raised. Yo, can we donate another like 20k so we can beat MCC? Charity is about competition, guys. Come on. Where's the rich people at?
Only a month later, Technoblade streamed his Dream SMP finale. This is where he broke Dream out of prison, which was one of the most anticipated pieces of lore in the entire Dream SMP. And then almost another month passes, and Technoblade uploaded his second update video titled I Almost Became an Amputee.
Welcome guys to another episode of Skywars. We're using some old footage. It's because I actually have to edit this video with one arm, which is a bit of a spoiler for the rest of the video, but we'll get into that later.
Technoblade seemed even more joyful and energetic, especially during a video of this caliber. Techno on multiple occasions nearly had his right arm amputated due to cancer spreading further into his shoulder, but somehow he was still able to make jokes about all of this while discussing the operation.
So basically, I knew that to reconstruct my shoulder after the surgery, they needed to take some muscle and skin from elsewhere on the body. But I thought they were going to take the muscle from my back, from the latissimus dorsi, and I was fine with that because ain't nobody care about the latissimus dorsi. It's like the most worthless muscle. But instead, they took it out of my quadricep. That's like my best muscle. Is that they would wake me up literally every hour. I'd be like shaken awake. They'd be like, dude, wake up. You need to take your sleeping pills.
In the beginning of the video, he discussed how he and Tommy wanted to get 10 million on YouTube by the end of the year. And at the time of the video, he still needed another 350,000 more subs. But a few days later, on December 31st, Technoblade got exactly that. He had reached 10 million subscribers, the one thing Technoblade had always dreamed of, the one thing he strived for, and he had done it.
64 to go, 31, 10 million subscribers. Let's go. It's a larger number. That means I'm a better person now. Let's go. Let's go, 10 million subscribers. My parents will respect me again. My dad will look me in the eye. I'm yelling very loudly. My family is asleep. But that, who cares? Because I have 10 million subscribers. Let's go, yo.
On January 29th, another month after Technoblade hit 10 mil, he livestreamed himself searching for Tubbo's son on the Dream SMP, and this was a far more chill stream with Technoblade and Tubbo.
Well, you know, the thing is, Tubbo, you know, you started a country, and then I spawned withers in it, and then you dropped an anvil in my head, and then I blew up your country, and all of these experiences have really taught me a valuable lesson about the cyclical nature of revenge. I mean,
yeah,
if we just keep fighting the people who wronged us first, it's just going to be a never-ending.
It's just going to be an endless loop,
an endless cycle of revenge until there's nothing left. And with that being said,
I am all right to get revenge now, right? Because I'm really in the mood.
That being said, let's go kill Eric! Yeah!
Unfortunately, this would be the last lore Technoblade would make on the Dream SMP. And another 2 months later, Technoblade posted a new video, just himself playing Minecraft Hardcore in VR, titled The Minecraft VR Experience.
Yo, what up guys? Today we're playing Minecraft VR in hardcore mode. Now, if you don't know what that is, that means if you die in the game, you die for real. So we're just going to create a new world. You guys would not believe how long I've been waiting to play Minecraft VR. I bought all this equipment in July, and I was telling myself, oh my god, I'm gonna start a VR series. There's gonna be weekly uploads. It's gonna be a golden age of Technoblade content. And then God heard me and said, lol, LMAO, and here we are, March.
It was another great and funny video as Techno tried to play Minecraft in VR, which is hilarious to watch. At the time, this video didn't seem important. It was just another fun video until the next video came out, when people realized the VR video was Technoblade's last video he himself would ever post.
All right, we're just gonna lie down, lie down on the floor over here. All right, good night, everyone. I'm gonna end the episode here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
It was June 30th, late at night. I was playing some games with a good friend of mine. At the time, we were on a big Minecraft kick, so we were playing on his realm. I remember getting really late, and I just headed straight to bed, and instead of getting some food, I opened up YouTube, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing was real.
Hello everyone, Technoblade here. If you're watching this, I am dead. So let's sit down and have one final chat. My real name is Alex. I had one of my siblings...
The entire time I watched that video, I just remember crying. None of it seemed real. It still doesn't, but that day, the world would never be the same. Technoblade is one of the coolest people I've ever known on YouTube. He is amazing at any game he plays, and in my opinion, he is the best Minecraft player to ever live. Without Technoblade, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have accomplished as many things as I did, and I wouldn't be the person I am if it wasn't for Techno. The motivation to be the best at whatever I set my mind to is because of him. I don't know if I even would have started creating videos if it wasn't for Technoblade. Technoblade has done so many incredible and unbelievable things that he is an inspiration to everyone in the community. He entertains people, he makes them laugh, even if he has to clutch up in a situation, he will. Technoblade won Minecraft Monday 4 different times. He beat Minecraft Hardcore with just a steering wheel. He became the #1 potato farmer on Hypixel. He got one of the highest Bed Wars win streaks of all time, taking over the world on SMP Earth, winning MCC4 and MCC8 with an impossible ace race record, winning the largest Minecraft event ever held, to defeating Dream and winning $100,000 and spreading chaos with Philza and Dream on the Dream SMP. It's crazy to think that the majority of events through Technoblade's YouTube career happened in the last 10% of the videos he uploaded. Technoblade has uploaded almost 1,000 videos, and in the beginning, he would grind out videos every day, every week, every year for hundreds of videos straight with a minimal success compared to his videos now. Even when Techno started, he either knew exactly what he was doing to become a famous Minecraft player, or he got extremely lucky. But the fact is, he was just an amazing person who gave YouTube and the things he believed in everything, because he never gave up on himself or on Minecraft. Technoblade always has been and still is an absolute legend, a god amongst men, you could say. Technoblade will never be forgotten, because Technoblade never dies. So long, Blood God.
I think Skyblock at its core is the ultimate challenge in resource management. You spawn on a tiny island in an empty universe. All you have is a tree, some supplies, and some dirt to stand on. You have to treasure every dirt block, because if one falls into the void, there's no way to replace it. And as you carefully navigate your absurd circumstance, you gain a new appreciation for the few things you have as you meticulously use them to their fullest effect. With nothing but some ice, lava, and saplings, you slowly transform this empty expanse into a world of your very own. Skyblock teaches us that no matter how ridiculous the odds may seem, within us resides the power to overcome these challenges and achieve something beautiful. That one day, we'll look back at where we started and be amazed by how far we've come.